Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Undead Unluck, episode 5. Now, continuing on where we left off, that Gina, which I knew she would die, which she is. So, after all the whole ordeal, Fuko, she is upset about Gina's death, and which she felt bad for her, and yeah, and Andy. Well, I guess he does kind of show a little sympathy, but the thing is, though, she knows he tells her that Gina knew how to put up a good front. So, but since now that she's gone now they both have the seats to join the table of the union, and they were just about to drink Andy was gonna give Fuko each they're gonna have a shot of vodka, right? So, but they end up getting erupted by one of them, and they get pulled through a portal, and they get teleported down into where the table of 10 is. I still jokingly say the Council of 10 because of Food Wars, but still. And upon on arrival, Andy knew was already prepared to first he bites his fingers off and try to use them as the finger guns he used from before, as they're planning on dropping in on arrival. But one of the first member of the 10 already, and all the other ones block his attacks. And he just sits down, and he just drops down by sitting casually, still holding a shot. And even with Fuka, she's still holding on to her shot of vodka as well. So everyone introduces as the count of the 10, right, including the one guy from before, Shen. And so they all explain that what this whole thing works, including there's this book called this talking book. It might as well be the Book of the Dead, you can say, because it has a face on it. It might as well be the Book of the Dead from Evil Dead, right? But the book is called Apocalypse, and it gives them all It tells them all these quests, assignments, for a next person of an ability, negator, right? And they gave except this how many people it would take to get this one particular person with this ability, right? Like participants, one or maybe two, or another one in case three. And probably all the names of these types of ability users, but they said the one that's the hardest out of all of them. This is one called Spoil. They say that's the hardest one. And so, Fuko, she doesn't fully understand how all this works. They say, can you just don't do any of this stuff, right? I mean, she even points out with Gina, what we'll have with Gina, that no matter how many times she does all this stuff, it's unsatisfying. It's also suffering at the same time, so she's still upset about her death about it. So, but she's telling everyone, does everyone have to choose not to do any of this stuff, right? But the leader, the number one of the group, saying that it's kind of not by choice in a way, but we have to do these. We have to fill these requests, So if they do, they get a reward, basically becoming gaining points of being stronger, right? So, but it's like they're assigned to do all this stuff, to keep in the balance of power, I would say. So. And then the point where Andy grabs the freaking book, and the talking book, and says, which was the hardest? And that's the one, Spoil, So he says, oh good, we'll take that. And he wants Shen to come with him. He's like, why me? But and then to do that they have to be assigned uniforms. So Fuko gets her uniform, and although Andy doesn't like wearing a uniform, but he has to because it's required to wear the emblem, the symbol of the union, right? And then one negator escapes that is this ability to latch onto its host. It gives them like clothes of strength, I guess. And there's this one girl who's like who looks up to Shen, right? Well, you can say subordinate, but you can say who likes, you can say likes Shen, but looks up to her, takes care of him, and the ability to goes and latches on to her, gives her a little bit of muscle to it, using her, like she's like using kung fu and stuff, and then Fuko uses her unluck ability, touches her, and then makes a brick falls and knocks her out. But it doesn't fully knock her out because she whispers to Fuko saying, "Hey, thanks, but take care of Shen for me, you know." So then the whole that the clothes, which that's what Fuku calls them, clothes or closey. It latches onto Andy, and which the talking liquid clothes doesn't like this, what his desires are, because that's the thing. It also latches on what you desire, you know. And it's like, this desire is all over the place, basically. And but then unluck happens, and also one ability from a floor down below with the other two members of the 10, you know, had this accident, just caused this whole electricity thing just go and explodes upwards towards him. And now because of that, now that the clothes is now on to Andy, and it makes him like a uniform for him. So, and now which after all that, they have to know where the target is, and the next target is in New York. So now they're going to travel, because and it was what Fuku said, is the burgers better there than here? Yeah, I think that's what his. They said that the burgers better there than here, which, of course, they said that she's never gone anywhere before because of her unluck ability. She hasn't been able to go nowhere. So I guess in this next episode they're going to be going to New York. But episode five I like, because now we're introduced to the 10, right? And it shows a lot of these people with the different abilities, because it gives them have their names are redacted, or they're then blank, you know. Like having their ability, the is there, but Undead Unluck. But these guys, the members of the 10, their ability has been redacted like unblank, right? But because there's one this big robot wanted to kill Andy, but they said that attacking a member against each other is strictly forbidden. So, but now we know about the 10, the Knights of the Round Table, you can say. Explain why they do this, why to do these quests, why we have to do all this stuff. Even though Fuku brought the point, with using Gina though, but saying what do we choose? Can we just choose not to do any of this stuff, right? But apparently that's not the case though. I mean, yeah, but they can, but it's not going to do any good though, because otherwise they can't get stronger afterwards. Because that'd be the reward, you know. Anyway, that's episode 5. It was another good episode, you know. Yeah, it wasn't as action, except for when it wasn't quite much action, except for towards a little bit at the end or at the beginning where they dropped in and it bit his fingers off, but still. But just getting the whole explanation of how the 10 works, and how with the book Apocalypse and all, given the locations of all these different users, and let alone they take the last one named Spoil, which is said to be the hardest one, and even though the number 1 seed says that if you be able to do this, you'll be able to surpass me, and you'll be able to get the number 1 seat. So, but now we get to tell you a little more about this underground organization and what their objectives are. So, and the next time we're going to go to see them in New York now. So. But anyway, but episode 5, I liked it. I really enjoyed it now, and which I've enjoyed this series for the most of this show so far. So, but anyway, Undead Unluck episode 5, I liked it. You know, yeah, it's not quite action packed though, but give more into the storyline of the explanation of this organization. So, but thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Later.